Hello, Tom here, and I have a wonderful veggie soup recipe for you today. And just jumping right into this, I'm going to be using my trusty 8-quart Insta-pot. Just love this thing. And I'm going to be adding broccoli, cauliflower, green peas, corn, green pepper, carrots, white button mushrooms, green onions, celery, and 3 pounds of potatoes. Now, of course, you can customize this any way you want, but these are my favorites. And the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to take these ingredients right here, I'm going to slice and dice them, get them in there, and then I'm going to be topping off with these 4 ingredients to get it up to that maximum fill line. So I'll be doing about a cup and a half of each one of these, get it up there, and I'll press it down a little bit because I like a really thick soup. And then when I get it right up to that maximum fill line, I'm going to top it off with water to the maximum fill line, and just like magic. Alright, starting to look like soup. Now, I ended up adding 7.5 cups of water to get the water up to that max fill line, and I did add 1 cup each of the 4 frozen ingredients to get the solid also up to that maximum fill line. Now I did add 5 seasonings, so 1 tablespoon each of these 4, so 1 tablespoon minced garlic, crushed red peppers, dash salt-free table blend, and ground turmeric, and I did 30 turns of ground pepper. So this is ready to stir up. Seal it. I'm going to cook it at high pressure for 10 minutes, and we're going to be back just like magic. And just like that, we have soup, and it smells delicious. I love that seasoning blend. I think it really comes together to make a really delicious dish. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add an optional step. I love doing this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to ladle in 48 ounces of soup into the blender, blend it for just 15-20 seconds, and then dump that right back in there, and it's going to turn it into a very, very thick soup. And just like, I just love the way the soup looks when I add that step. I think it's definitely worth washing the blender to get this appearance. Now if I was making this into a minestrone, I wouldn't add that step. I would just have my noodles ready and add them in when the soup was ready. I think this looks delicious, and I am getting hungry. Alright, so I've served up the soup into 8 1-quart bowls. I just like doing this way. I think it's very convenient. And I will refrigerate what's not eaten today. And it does keep for quite a while in the refrigerator, easily 7 days, 10 days, no problem. And I do add one more step, and this is where I really try to supercharge the nutrition in the soup. Just try to make the biggest bang for the buck, and that is I will take a tablespoon and a half of flaxseed and a half a tablespoon of fenugreek seeds, and I will just dump it right into a serving. Now if I'm pulling this out of the refrigerator, I will do this before I microwave it, and I generally microwave these for about 4 minutes. I find that gets them nice and warm all the way through. Just mix that in. And the other thing that I'll add is half a tablespoon to a tablespoon of nutritional yeast. I don't add this if it's late in the night, because I do believe the B12 in here does kind of keep me awake, kind of doesn't let me sleep as soundly as I like. So this is something that depends on the time of the day whether or not I will put this in. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe. You can see that the seeds thickened it up even more. I hope that it looks very good for you, something that you want to try. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I'd love to hear from you. And bon appetit. Sally sells seashells at the seashore. I'm getting confident. I'm getting comfortable in front of the camera. All right. You guys rock. I love you. All right.